The iPhone 12 Pro represents a fairly big leap forward for those looking to upgrade. You finally get 5G, the cameras are better in almost every way, and the design actually looks and feels new for a change, while being tougher. There's some things I don't like the lack of a charger in the box. But overall, this is the best phone for the money right now, including the regular iPhone 12. Here's the pros and cons in my iPhone 12 Pro review. The iPhone 12 Pro has a few big design changes, most of them good. The sides are now flat instead of curved. I like the retro iPhone 4 vibe, and it makes the phone less slippery to hold than the iPhone 11 Pro. The sides also make the stainless steel band stand out even more in its polished glory, even if it does pick up fingerprints. However, the sharper edges dig into your hands a bit more than previous iPhones. Another plus is that Apple trimmed the bezels around the display, which allowed them to squeeze a 6.1-inch panel into a chassis that's roughly the same size as the 5.8-inch iPhone 11 Pro. That's progress, though the notch is still very much there. The display itself is protected by ceramic shield, which leverages crystals to promise 4 times better drop performance. We'll be putting that to the test soon, so stay tuned. The other big design change in the iPhone 12 Pro is what you don't see. There's magnets on the back to accommodate a new MagSafe charger and other accessories like wallets and cases. With rumors that the iPhone 13 is going completely portless, it's clear that Apple is setting the stage for the death of Lightning. In the meantime, you can also charge the iPhone 12 Pro with a USB-C power adapter. The problem is that you'd have to spring for your own charger if you want the fastest 20-watt speeds, as Apple decided to not include a charger in the box for the first time. It's all about saving the environment and maybe making a little extra revenue. The photos from the iPhone 12 Pro look so good it's almost an insult to call this thing a camera phone. There's 3 rear cameras that start with a 12 megapixel wide camera that now lets in 27% more light, thanks to a faster aperture. Plus, night mode now works for the ultra-wide and true depth front cameras, and you get Smart HDR3 for better looking results in tricky lighting conditions. Throw in a better deep fusion for capturing more detail, and you have a killer camera setup. Take a look at this photo when I pointed both the iPhone 12 Pro and Galaxy Note 20 Ultra skyward at a nearby park. The iPhone 12 Pro renders the leaves and sky better, while Samsung's image blows out some of the details as you get closer to the sun. And I was blown away by the level of detail in this portrait. You can make out fine stitching in my jacket that the Note 20 just misses, and the overall exposure looks more natural. When the lights go down, the night mode on the iPhone 12 Pro is now faster than before, thanks to LiDAR, and better autofocus. And selfies get night mode too. Check out the difference between these two pics shot on the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro. Everything just looks brighter. The one area where the iPhone 12 Pro's cameras falls down is zoom. You get just 2x optical zoom and 10x digital. And you can see that the Note 20 Ultra's hybrid zoom soundly beats the iPhone 12 Pro here in this shot of a street sign, with both set to 10x. As the first phone to shoot in HDR Dolby Vision, the videos captured by the iPhone 12 Pro look simply stunning. In this clip of the Manasquan River, you can make out almost every ripple in the water, and the phone is able to render fine details in the wood along the shoreline. In another clip, the iPhone 12 Pro captured footage on a hiking trail that looks so colorful and crisp that my daughter told me that it looked better than real. The good news is that the iPhone 12 Pro supports the most 5G bands on any phone, which makes it the most future-proof phone right now. The bad news is that the 5G speeds can be underwhelming depending on where you are. In central New Jersey, I saw a max download speed of 177 megabits per second and 27 megabits per second for uploads over T-Mobile's 5G network. That's good, but not as blazing as Verizon's millimeter wave 5G in 51 cities and counting. To make 5G less of a power hog, the iPhone 12 Pro features a smart data mode that automatically toggles between 5G and 4G, but only in certain scenarios. The A14 Bionic chip inside the iPhone 12 Pro has a lot to do with its camera smarts, but it also makes this phone the fastest overall. The iPhone 12 Pro didn't stutter, even as I sliced through dozens of enemies while playing Samurai Jack from Apple Arcade. You get console-quality performance in your pocket, but I like to see what developers do with it next. In the meantime, the iPhone 12 Pro blows away every other phone on real-world tests and synthetic benchmarks. On Geekbench 5, which measures overall performance, the iPhone 12 Pro scored 3,880. The Asus ROG Phone 3 and Note 20 Ultra couldn't crack 3,400. The iPhone 12 Pro also soundly beat the Note 20 Ultra on the new 3D Mark Wildlife benchmark, notching a score of 39 frames per second, compared to 25 frames per second for the Samsung. Just as you'd expect, the 6.1-inch OLED display on the iPhone 12 Pro is rich and colorful, as you'll see in this trailer for Wonder Woman 1984. The panel is also brighter than the Note 20 Ultras, as we compared both phones outside. However, the iPhone 12 Pro doesn't offer the 120Hz refresh rate of this and other Android phones. Maybe we'll get a ProMotion display on the iPhone 13. The iPhone 12 Pro offers pretty good battery life, but 5G takes a serious toll. On the Tom's Guide battery test, which involves surfing the web at 150 nits of screen brightness over cellular, the iPhone 12 Pro lasted 9 hours and 6 minutes on T-Mobile's 5G network. The similarly priced Galaxy Note 20 lasted 9 hours and 38 minutes over AT&T's 5G network. When we switched over to 4G, the iPhone 12 Pro lasted a much longer 11 hours and 24 minutes. That's great, but you shouldn't have to toggle between the two to get better endurance. Overall, the $999 iPhone 12 Pro is the best 6.1-inch model in Apple's lineup. Yes, the regular $799 iPhone 12 is cheaper, but you get only 64 gigs of storage. For $200 more, the iPhone 12 Pro gives you a brighter display, double the storage, and a 2x optical zoom, plus night mode portraits that the iPhone 12 can't pull off. Some may want to wait for the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which will have a huge 6.7-inch display and an even bigger main camera for $1099. But the iPhone 12 Pro packs a hell of a lot of power into a design you can more easily use with one hand. For Tom's Guide, this is Mark Spoonhour.